Welcome to Aura by Vibes Lifestyle, inspired living, inspiring you to amplify your aura. Thank you for being here. Loving your inner child involves nurturing and embracing the playful, creative, and authentic parts of yourself that may have been suppressed over time. Here are some ways to connect with and support your inner child. 1. Reflection. Spend time recalling joyful memories from your childhood. What activities made you feel alive and happy? 2. Creative expression. Engage in activities like drawing, writing, or playing games that you enjoyed as a child. This can help reignite your creativity and sense of wonder. When we were children, we did all these different creative activities. We had art classes at school. We had extracurricular activities and things we would just do with friends and siblings and by ourselves. We would evoke our imaginations in all different types of ways. And that's something that you have to carry into your adulthood as well. 3. Self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during challenging times. Recognize that it's okay to feel vulnerable. Imagine yourself as a small child and think of the way that you would treat this small child, the way you would be kind, the way you would speak, the tone of voice you would use. Most likely you wouldn't be cruel if you're not a cruel person. You wouldn't be harsh or rude or condescending. You would explain things. You would try to find a way to be soft. And you would be approachable. You would just cater the way that you interact. So do the same for yourself. Visualize yourself as a small, helpless child. This is going to help you a lot because whether we realize it or not, we tend to be very hard on ourselves most of the time, and we can really tear ourselves apart. But it doesn't feel right when you see yourself as a small child. So practicing this can make a shift. 4. Playfulness. Incorporate play into your life, whether it's through hobbies, sports, or simply being silly. Allow yourself to enjoy the moment. Sometimes you need to turn on the music and just dance. Or if you live in a place where this is possible, go roll around in the grass, or the snow if it's winter, or the leaves if it's fall. Just find a way to do the things that you did when you were a kid that made you laugh, that made you smile, that made you feel something other than anxiety, dread, stress, all of those things that we seem to be bogged down with in adulthood that we didn't even really think of or consider as a child. It completely consumes our lives, and we get so serious all the time. So put on a comedy movie or some stand-up or whatever can just get you in that mood. There are tons of movies out there that are really feel-good kind of movies, and maybe that could kickstart something for you. 5. Setting boundaries. Protect your emotional well-being by setting healthy boundaries, allowing your inner child to feel safe and valued. Perhaps when you were young, there were things that happened that were outside of your control. Maybe there were people or circumstances that hurt you, and that can cause you to feel very closed off. It can cause you to feel danger even when there isn't any present at the moment, which can keep you in survival mode, fight or flight. You also may have not felt valued. Maybe you were abandoned. Maybe you were neglected. Maybe people just didn't pay attention to you that much, or you were bullied. You now have the opportunity to give yourself everything that you didn't have when you were younger. And I know a lot of people focus on material things. If they experience success later in life, for example, they say, I'm going to give myself everything I didn't have as a child, and it's usually materialistic. But you can also do this in an emotional sense. You can give yourself that love and safety and security that you didn't have. You can give yourself the compliments. You can make yourself feel good about what you've accomplished because you deserve it, and you can't wait around on others to do that for you. You are the one you've been waiting for. Always remember that. 6. Journaling. Write letters to your inner child, expressing love, support, and reassurance. This can help heal past wounds. We call it journaling, but if you see it as letters that you're writing to yourself, just think back to any letters that you may have received from lovers, from a boyfriend or girlfriend in school, or, passing notes in class. There's something about letters that just has an impact on us. And writing a letter to your inner child specifically can bring a great deal of healing to your life. By nurturing your inner child, you can foster a deeper sense of self-acceptance and joy in your life. So many of us have endured unfathomable pain during our childhood and beyond. It's okay to acknowledge, to cry, to scream, and to breathe through it. Not everyone will understand, and they don't have to. However, you will be with yourself for the rest of your life, guaranteed. So take care of you and the little you. The little you is still there. They still exist. And you shouldn't ignore them, because that can also lead to consequences down the road. This is why people say that they have midlife crisis and things like that. And some people will revert back to childhood, or they'll have issues because, there's just that key piece missing from their lives. And although we can't go back and fix it, we can't erase or delete the things that happened. And it's not going to be a complete substitute, but we can only do what we are able to do. Even if it makes a small difference, it's better than nothing. It's better than just suffering and pushing down the pain, because when you let things build up, they tend to explode at some point, and you definitely don't want that. And remember, stay inspired.